Blue Justin here, still Justin and aching like crazy after deciding foolishly to actually sleep in a proper bed last night rather than supported by a comfy chair. But apart from that, let's just get on with being sensible and knowing that it was probably better for me in the long run. First up, I'm going to say happy birthday to my brother. I'm sure he probably won't be watching, but I'm going to say it anyway, because that's the sort of guy I am. And next up, I'm going to say, I said yesterday that I wasn't expecting anything today, and I was quite right. I wasn't expecting anything today at all. But I was proven very wrong indeed. And though I will be going into a full proper video all on this on one of my proper anime videos rather than my daily July vlog video today, I do have to definitely mention that this arrival has occurred. Quick bit of backstory. A couple of years ago I subscribed to what was called the Otaku Box, which is a little subscription box for anime fans. It includes, well, the version that I was having would included a shirt and bits and bobs of anime memorabilia and sculptures and that sort of thing. I gave it up mostly because I decided that the contents, especially after post and packing, were just not worth the money I was paying out for it. I had a little look into it again because I received an awful lot of adverts for it, so I thought I'd have a little look into what had been going on, and found out that practically the moment that I decided to give up my subscription, the quality of their box contents had apparently risen an awful lot. So I looked into it a bit more, and I thought, well, maybe I'll start a subscription again, do a sort of like pay monthly and see what happens. I looked at the various different pricing schemes, and the pay monthly one was reasonable, but you could save money by stating that you would stick with them for a certain period of time. So, and also you'd get lots of bonus items at the beginning. So I committed to doing a full year's worth of boxes, which got me the most amount of bang for my buck, so to speak. And the only downside was it specifically stated after the amount of money that the annual charge would be that this is best for splitting or spreading out the charges or spreading out the cost, etc. So there I was pressing buttons saying, yes, this is the one I want. I would like to buy this now, please. And without any additional warnings, asking for the CVV, or is it CCV, can't remember, the security code number, whatever it is, on the back of my attached credit card, it went straight in and said, thank you very much. We'll just take that all now, shall we? That's great. Which was a bit of a shock, and it was a great relief that I happened to have enough coming in this month to be able to afford them doing that. If I hadn't, I would have had to panic like crazy and get in contact with them and come to some suitable arrangement. So if you do feel like going down this route, please be very, very careful before you press any buttons saying buy, as to exactly what's going to happen after you press the button, because it might take your money all instantly, which might not be what you want. So yeah, I had a problem at first, and this is why I wasn't expecting anything. The box got sent, my first box, and it didn't arrive, and it didn't arrive, and it didn't arrive, and I had a quick look at the tracking, and it looked like it got sent, then it got turned back at the airport at their end. So I contacted their customer service, who I must admit were astonishingly quick. They did reply within 24 hours, even over the weekend, and they came straight back to me and fully understood what happened, and they checked, and they said, yes, I don't know why it's been sent back to us. Please can you confirm the address it's going to? So I did, and they let me know that they were resending out the first box again, and therefore I expected to receive through, as I had before, just the small, about that size, I'll show you in a minute actually, white and decorated box coming through my doorstep. So sometime on average, apparently I found out how long the average it took to deliver, and it should have been maybe just before the end of July, but more likely into August, which is why I wasn't expecting it to reach me before the end of my vlog month. However, it did arrive much quicker than expected, and this is the actual Otaku box. This is about the size that you get. It's not, don't you guess? It's just, and they do try much more than they used to nowadays to ask you what you want in the box, and they try to satisfy most people each month, whatever. That's the other end. However, I was quite surprised that I didn't just get that. I didn't get that through the door. What I got was two black plastic wrapped boxes of. Oh, what? You sent me boxes from my backpack. This size, two, and I thought, had they sent me out the first box? They either sent it out twice, or has enough time passed that I'm on to my second box, and that's why they've sent out two boxes, which would have made sense, you know, if the first one didn't get through and the second one had been released in the meantime. But no, I had two of these boxes, and one of them contained that box and some of the extras that you get with your first order, especially on the big tier that I chose, and the other one included a lot of items that had already been included in the first box. So I have quite a lot of repeat articles, and I'm just being careful what I show, etc. Quite a lot of repeat articles, some of which will either go to eBay or I will do as giveaways on my anime video. So if Reynard Fox, otherwise known as Fox of the Nine Tails, who's a big anime fan, if you're watching, keep an eye out if you're interested in anything like the 1/9 scale figures, because I've got repeats of a couple of these. And yeah, I forget whether this is one specific thing or whether it's just generic. It's obviously numbered and named. It's numbered in the collection set. And this is Hannah. So yeah, I've got a couple of. I think I've got a couple of her, and I think I've got a couple of this one as well. So I've got to. I think I better double check the pictures of this one. Yeah, that's devilish made. So yeah, I've also got slots at the bottom. won't fit back into. I'm going to move that out of the way. So yes, I've got 2 or 3 repeats of some of the figures. My collectible cards are in one of the boxes. My collectible figures, I thought I was only getting 1, but apparently I'm getting 2. That was in the other one of the boxes. And the actual Otaku box itself was in the other box, and I'm not going to do a proper unboxing of that until the actual anime video. But yes, I've also got 2 repeat of the LED light, which was an introduction offer for my tier. So yeah, lots to put around the house and potentially lots to give away if anybody's interested. I used to, on my old subscription, choose the not safe for work box, but though I enjoyed the contents, etc., I did find it quite restrictive in that I enjoy these, but anything like the pins or anything that might not be safe for work, that just meant I felt I couldn't actually wear them out. So this time around I chose the safe for work box, though apparently even the safe for work box does have some items in it that might be regarded as a little risque for work. Though one thing I will show is that this did come on top of that box, and this well, I can't remember. I haven't opened it until now, but yeah, I'm not sure of what the symbols mean, but I shall probably put through the translator. Yeah, it's a very simple design of just one more episode. So yeah, that's quite straightforward, but it's definitely a better quality of shirt than came in the old box. The old box did have some very nice designs of shirt. I was really happy with them. In fact, I have one over there actually. But the printing was very much like that old-fashioned type. It has that sticky type of texture rather than being printed into the fabric more properly. This one seems to be different and seems to be an improvement on what they used to be, so that I'm happy with. In fact, the only thing I will do is check if I got a second t-shirt in here, and if I have, I'll show you that. Or have I not? No, that's got the card packs in it, limited edition series, and as you'll see on the card packs that I'm getting with this one, it specifically states on the front safe, because I chose the safe for work box. Not sure what's going to be in there, so like I said, I shall not be revealing it all until I do a proper unboxing for the anime video I shall do when the month of July is over and the daily vlogs begin. And just to keep it on the anime theme so I can smooth that out of the way, and that's it. And after that, if you hadn't been interested in this last bit, you can come back after that, and it's just a quick catch up on the Anime Online. That's right. So I still keep on wanting to say all the anime, the other site. Anime Online deal of the week, and that changed around midday today. This one's a real bargain. If you don't mind it being subtitles only, and you don't mind it, the fact that there are no dubs on it, this is an absolute bargain. This week we've got one that's reduced from $49.99 down to $7.99, and it's 650 minutes long. So, you know, you're not going to get a better price on anime than that. So yes, this is, what was it called? It's called Asura Cryin, CRYIN apostrophe, and it's essentially this chap who's haunted by his dead friend who died in a plane crash. That he amazingly survived, and he's haunted by his female friend who died in the crash. But he's the only one who can see her, and things really start to get strange when his mother remarries, and therefore he's suddenly on his own. And all of a sudden, a mysterious girl turns up, hands him a parcel and says he has to guard it. And then another girl turns up, breaks in, and demands that she wants a specific item that he has. Now, to me, it's quite obvious that it's the item that it's likely to be the item that he's just been asked to guard by the first girl, but doesn't actually specifically say that in the description. So we shall have to find out. The interesting thing at this point he discovers is that both of these mysterious girls can see the ghost that previously only he could see. So it's supposed to be a ghost mystery type adventure lasting a full 650 minutes, as I say. Tomorrow's Saturday, so I would expect some physical media then, if I've got anything coming. I can't remember actually if I've got anything coming from HMV. If I do, then it'll turn up tomorrow. If I don't, then surprisingly enough it won't turn up tomorrow. I have a horrible feeling, however, the only thing I've got arriving that's due out next Monday is something that I ordered from Amazon, and Amazon don't normally send things out early at all. In fact, with Amazon you can normally expect it to be 3 or 4 days late, so that might well be after the end of the month, which would be a shame, but hopefully it'll arrive before then. I have also been watching things again, obviously. Watched another couple of episodes of NCIS New Orleans. I'll have that on loop tape at one point. And I also watched AJ's Movie Place videos on 2 arrivals that he wasn't expecting, 2 early arrivals from Zavi on a Friday, which is very nice. I also watched 2 videos from Hordes of Horror. Those were the one that's from a little while ago, but I've been meaning to watch, and that was the horror films that she recommended that were showing on Amazon Prime. And now I'm an Amazon Prime member purely because I have been all along, well before they started having an actual streaming channel. So I don't regard that as paying for a streaming channel. I regard that as the streaming channel as a bonus I get for having stuff delivered quickly and not paying for package and posting. So yeah, that's nice. And there are a couple of really good ones on there. One that I happen to know the Blu-ray is out of print and I've been after it for a while, and another that a Blu-ray is quite expensive, and it would just be nice to re-watch it if nothing else. So, and there are some very interesting ones on there that's giving me information on what Amazon's actually got, because if you don't know, you don't know. So it was good to have that information from Hannah. Thank you very much, Hannah. I also watched her review of that she put out today, which was of a film called Final Days, which is an anthology. It's an anthology film made up of 5 separate sub-films. You'll obviously have to go over to her channel, Hordes of Horror, to check that out. It's a great review. And when I say great review, when I'm talking about anybody's channel, by the way, I don't mean they give a review saying it's great. I mean that the review is really good and useful. And I think there was a film the other day where I said somebody gave a great review on it. In actual fact, that they thought it was quite an average film. But what I meant by great review was the review was informative, useful, didn't give away spoilers, stuff like that. So yeah, that was me for Friday, and I hope you had a good Friday. I shall now try to hobble my way back downstairs and maybe have a quick look through my Otaku Box and just see how much stuff I've got repeated. And I have a feeling that they're probably trying to say sorry, because I have heard before that the people who run Otaku Box they have a lot of leeway in what they can do. They can do bonus items in your next crate. They can allow you to skip months. So if you're short of money that month, it's not going to work for me, of course, because they've already got my money. But if you're paying monthly, then and they're very, very open to two-way communication from what I have heard, and from the friendly nature of the emails that I had about my box not turning up, I would totally believe that. It does seem they have very friendly and helpful customer service staff, which quite a few of the bigger companies could learn from. Just have to hope that the quality of the items has increased, as I believe it has. And that is Friday. Happy birthday to my brother again. And please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment down below on anything that I've mentioned today. And I'm expecting you to ask lots of questions there, Reynard, because I know you're into your anime, so I'm expecting your thoughts on the Otaku Box. Do you subscribe, or is anybody out there, do they subscribe to any of these boxes? Like I subscribe to now the Otaku one, and I also subscribe to the Supernatural box, though they do take money throughout the year rather than all in one go, thank goodness. But I believe that some of these companies also do other boxes. They do Marvel ones and DC ones, that sort of thing. And I'm sure there are lots of places that do things like Hello Kitty or whatever that people are into. So I'd be interested to hear if anybody else subscribes to these boxes that I think used to be bigger. No, I don't mean I think quite a few more people used to do them, but quite a few folded, and people didn't like the fact that potentially they lost some money on them as the companies went under. So maybe they we're a little bit more wary nowadays. I think Otaku's now been going for 4 or 5 years, so I'm quite confident at least they'll be providing me with the boxes that I've paid for. So that would be good. And like I said, please comment on any aspect of today's video, and I shall respond and engage again with my audience as much as I can. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and bye.